There are several phases of starting a money-making online business in Kenya, and I would like you to learn about phase 2 today so that you can have an idea of what to expect as you embark on this journey. Phase 2 is the stage where reality hits you. You then start to realize that actually creating an income-generating online business in Kenya or anywhere is actually not easy. You realize that creating YouTube content, creating blog articles is a slog, is not an easy thing to do. And also, you get exposed to the fact that there are a lot of things that you do not know. And one of the things that I have realized is that human beings are very bad when it comes to learning new things, especially if you have been in a certain industry or in a career for a long period of time. You get yourself into this false situation where you think and believe that you know stuff, when actually you do not know. You only know the stuff that you have been doing. So when you move into a different industry, when you try to do something new, you need to be humble enough to realize that you are starting from scratch. You are actually a beginner. So in this second phase, you come face to face with the reality that there are skills that you do not have. There are a lot of things that you do not know when it comes to creating content, when it comes to how blogging works, to how podcasting works, to how YouTube works, and does not matter the level at which you are in your previous career in whatever thing that you are doing. When it comes to these platforms, you need to become a beginner. It's like almost going back to nursery school when you have actually graduated from university. It doesn't look good, and probably you feel a little bit arrogant thinking that you shouldn't be taught the things that are being taught in nursery school. But the truth is, if you want to actually build something online, you actually need to go to the basics. Now, in this particular case, you come to face with the reality that you need to actually learn a lot. There's a huge skills gap and a knowledge gap that you need to fill. And you have to make a choice. Do you continue with this path or do you give up? And the most interesting part is, if you analyze most of the projects that you have started and abandoned, you have abandoned them in this particular stage. This is the stage where most people give up on whatever it is that they have started, because it becomes clear it is not as easy as you thought in phase 1. It is not as quick as you might have imagined. The results are not coming as quickly as you thought, or whatever dream had been sold to you, things are not working as probably your initial plan. And at this particular stage, you are going to give up. You are going to be tempted to give up. At this stage, it is likely that you are going to give up because it is tough. It is brutal. At this stage, you also have not achieved what you might call a critical mass that would then attract a larger audience towards either your YouTube channel or your blog or your podcast, which means a lot of people actually do not care about what you're doing. So if you are the kind of a person who is validated by external metrics, this is going to be very tough on you, because you are going to create videos that you expect to get a lot of, for example, views, and then you get 5, 10, 20, 100 views. That is going to mess up with your ego. So if you have not come to terms with the realities of what might be happening in this particular stage, it's likely that you are going to give up. Content creation is a very lonely journey, and it is likely that most of the people in your circle, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues at work, do not actually even understand what it is you are doing. So these initial stages are going to be very lonely before you build a network of other content creators, whether they are doing blogging, YouTube, or podcasting, or any other form of content. Before you build that network, you are going to be in a very lonely phase, and you need to come to terms with that. You are going to wake up very early. You are going to work very long hours if you are doing it during the day. And you are going to also sleep very late as you create content, as you build your online business. And this can be very boring and very tiring. At the same time, you will not be seeing the results that you had imagined. Let's assume you are starting a blog. You have created or you will be creating a number of articles or an article each and every day. That article, for it to drive traffic to your business, will require to be ranked on Google. It will require to be indexed on the search engines, and that sometimes takes time, especially for a new blog. It may take 3, 6, 9 or even 12 months before your article gets to the optimum traffic that it can be generating for you. What this means is you will be creating a lot of content, you will be writing a lot of blog posts, but you will not be seeing those results reflected when it comes to your traffic. And that can take a toll on you, which means you need to have internal motivation, because at this particular phase, no one is going to be clapping for you. This applies for your podcast, and this too applies to your YouTube channel. The initial phases may not be as exciting as you might imagine, but you still need to be showing up. You need to still be creating content. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. At the same time, join my email newsletter using the first link on the description box below. If you have enjoyed this particular video, check out the video on your screen right now.